And time to talk handball again, straight from the mixed zone. The French players are just walking up straight behind us. Some disappointed faces right here, but truly understandable, eh?
Yeah, it's a semi-final, and we all thought they were favorites. I think they also thought they were favorites, but Denmark was playing a big game today.
I feel like both teams were playing a big game, especially in defense. So for France, there was no way through that Danish brick and wall that they built up there, right?
Denmark was enormous in defense, and then France was trying different things with the 5-1, then with the 4-2 against the 7 players of France. But they actually tried everything, but they couldn't manage to stop Denmark.
Denmark did have one big brain move, going to 7 players in offense, and it really seemed that France didn't have a single idea playing against that. Well, I am gonna see whether we can get Sarah Buktit on the microphone.
Of course.
Sarah, can we grab you for a second? Super tough matchup for you guys. Eventually it was the 7 versus 6 that broke you and that broke the French defense in the end?
Yeah, it was for sure a tough match. It was a semi-final match. We had a lot of difficulty in defense with the 1-against-1 from Elver, from Moller and Oilund. Yeah, it was difficult for us tonight in defense. Also in attack, the goalkeeper, she's maybe almost at 43%. It's very hard for us. So yeah, I'm very disappointed.
She did have an outstanding match, but I do feel like the whole Danish defense had an outstanding match there as well. You guys did come close, but never really in the range of putting Denmark in danger. Why was it so tough an attack for you today?
Yeah, because I think they stayed a lot of compact, and maybe they know that we don't have many players who shoot from outside. So they stay just down and try to control us with the cross, with the 1-against-1 and everything. And yeah, they were strong in defense, how I can say.
Full focus now on the bronze medal match, or is your head not there yet?
Yeah, for sure. We have to be there as soon as possible, because we're not the third. It's not now for us to finish with a victory this tournament.
Thank you for your time. Always, I'm honest.
And it's actually a very difficult moment to control your feelings, to control your words after all the adrenaline of the game. And it's, yeah, what she said, I agree 100% with everything that she said, and I think it was a quite accurate analysis.
We are getting a little visitor here, but that's no problem. Yeah, especially middle of the second half, it was when Denmark actually started that 7 versus 6. They pulled away 4 of 5 goals there. Did you believe that France would actually be able to come back?
It didn't feel like that, you know. After France managed to even the game at 14 goals, then it was a 6-0 partial for Denmark, 6-0. That was, I think, too much for France. And then we have to speak about Christensen. You know, she was amazing, and when France kept trying, but they were hitting this wall that Christensen was today.
Totally. So no way past the Danish defense, no way past the Danish keeper for sure. I think middle of the first half there was a range of 9 minutes between minutes 16 and 25 where France didn't score a single goal, but still Christensen was only at like 26% at that time. So they missed a lot of shots. How is that possible for France?
Yeah, they didn't look comfortable in the whole game. If I'm not wrong, I think they didn't lead during the whole game. They were all the time behind, and maybe one time even at 14 goals in the second half, but they never managed to take the lead in the score. And even though they tried everything, they couldn't make it.
Yeah, we were getting a little visitor again, but that's no problem. It's getting stacked here in the mix zone. Everybody
We are
waiting.
in the mix zone, so they are media people. They should be professionals of that, right?
they should see a camera and be like, oh, wow, that might not be the best idea. But yeah, well, we're all good here. What I thought is that it was super brave from Denmark to keep up that 7 versus 6 for so long, because they were up 2 goals, they were up 3 goals, and they still put Christensen out the goal. But they weren't punished for that.
No, because it was working. It was working first against the 6-0 defense of France, then they tried with a 5-1, then they tried with a special 4-2. They were trying to close the space in the left side of the attack in Denmark, and it was working for some attacks, but Denmark, they didn't lose their coolness, their patience, and they were not losing stupid balls to give France fast breaks, fast goals, and all my respect to Jensen, because as we said in the first semi-final, or both coaches actually, because they tried different things, they tried everything. So I think this game was much more interesting in the side of the tactics that both coaches tried to do.
So a low-scoring game doesn't make you think, oh wow, what a boring game?
No, actually, it was a fun game to see the movements of the coaches, how they tried to adapt to the other team, how they tried to do what the other team was not capable to defend or to attack. So it was funny, I think, in this point of view. It was like a chess game.
Was it actually exactly this what you've been missing from Hungary? Those adaptations to the game and being able to switch things up, and when you don't score for like 9 minutes, then to try something different, to go for 7 versus 6?
Yes, as I said before, I think that Hungary during the whole championship, except against France that they lost the game, they had a pretty comfortable tournament, and today they stick to the plan even though the plan was not working. So I think that they should have changed something, as we just saw in the second semi-final.
I am just looking at the TV screens here. I am not sure whether that is a replay or whether the Danish players are coming back right now.
Not back, they are going into the locker room, I think.
Well, when they're going into the locker room, yeah, it does look like that. Then I would say let's head over to our studio here as well. Or just a second, Grassadi is coming along, but she's being grabbed away. Yeah, well, I would say let's head over to the studio. We did get at least one voice from Hatadu Sako, and the rest will be analyzed in the studio. I think Andrea and Anna are already waiting for you, or for us, because we're headed over. Denmark is coming back. And so we stay. Yeah, so Anna Christensen basically as the one to save the day for Denmark, and to get them into the final. Can we grab you? No, can't. Yeah, well, doesn't matter. It's the first players that actually got back. Are we giving up?
No, I think we can have somebody from Denmark.
Yeah, okay.
As you said, you know, Christensen, we were talking about the goalkeepers at the beginning, you know. Christensen was amazing, especially in the moments where the goalies were most needed. So it was just amazing performance, especially in the second half.
Yes, but can we grab you for one quick question? He's going to the Danish TV, but we will grab him tomorrow, that's for sure. So tomorrow will be the media call, and we will be around there. And Jesper will be there as well. He might have a little more time.
And going back to Denmark, I think the defense in the second half, they also maintain the coolness, you know. It's difficult to see France with such a great players in attack that can score from many places, having that many problems, you know. And the defense of Denmark was on point, this 6-0 with Tramborg, with Haugsted, with Iversen, with a lot of players doing a great job.
Yeah, they definitely did a great job. France did get close to like 2 goals at one point. One never really felt, though, that Denmark is getting in danger again of losing that match because the defense was standing so tight. Were you afraid that, or what means afraid, or did you think that France could actually fulfill that comeback?
It didn't feel like that during the game. The atmosphere, the feelings that both teams were giving up to the stands. It was like Denmark was playing with confidence, and France was always following, what Denmark was doing and proposing in the game. So actually, yeah, I didn't feel like France was able to make it.
Unfortunately for our predictions, they weren't. We are waiting and looking around the corner. Yeah, I mean, of course, everybody is willing to grab those plays, but it's totally fine and totally understandable. But I do want to get one quick reaction from the Danes. Maybe we can. No, Agot is.
They're avoiding us. They're avoiding us.
Well, we're getting blocked
Maybe
from
they are
French
afraid,
media.
They are afraid of your swear.
They're a little afraid that they got to do a little run here or something like that in that direction. Talking about the offense, we have to drop the name Annemette Hansen here. She didn't get afraid when Laura Glosé started saving her first penalties. And was still taking up responsibility. Is it that what Denmark needs to take the last step tomorrow as well?
Yeah, I think Annemette Hansen is a super player. It's a player that maybe she's not the best in anything, but she's super good in everything, and it's this kind of player that all the coaches wants to have in their teams, and of course I think her role in this Danish team is super important, and for the final it will be again a key player for Denmark.
Surely do. One last shot. Can we grab one quick question for you? Denmark is going to the final. How does that sound to you?
That sounds amazing. Yeah.
Was it as much of a tight game that you expected, or were the defenses way stronger than you guys were expecting them to be today?
I think it was just as difficult as we thought. I think France is a great team, and I think you have to perform extremely good if you want to beat them. So I think that it was really a hard game, and I think we did a really good job.
Is your head already facing into the direction of Norway, or are you just celebrating the victory and the final today?
I think right now I'm just enjoying that we're going to play a final, and then I think later my head will probably go on Norway.
Great. Then enjoy the rest of the night, and congratulations on making it to the final.
Thank you.
Sweet. And well, the rest will be analyzed over there in the studio. Anna and Andrea are waiting for you guys. We are headed over. See you in a minute.
I mean, we heard you guys, and we are more than happy that you analyzed everything instead of us. So now we don't
have nothing to add.
Yeah, I don't know, but we are definitely not proud on our expert predictions, no?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think we were all a little bit surprised by the performances today. Mostly I was disappointed in France, honestly. I expected more from them somehow, especially in the offense. I think they were struggling really a lot today. Then of course they tried things in the defense as well, but was not working that well either, I think. So all in all, I think it was one of the worst games that I saw in the last competitions from them.
Yeah, even though even they came close to the goal, what was happening? I mean, Christensen was outstanding today. So I mean, no proper solution for them today. Defense of Denmark was looking just stunning. I mean, I was impressed, honestly. They were helping each other. Usually as the French players are playing, it looked like they copied their style of defense. And also, as the guy said, I mean, Jesper Jensen had a really good tactic in the attack. I mean, 7-on-6, I don't know how many minutes they played it today, but they did it very successfully.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think what was maybe lacking from French team, I would say, it's some shooter from outside. Today, normally it's working there, 1-against-1 playing, but today I feel that, I don't know why Canor didn't play more, honestly. I miss her a bit because I think she's their only shooter from far, so I would like to see her more. I think she would help them more, maybe to score and for some shots from outside, because Denmark was really tight in defense. I mean, they were closing well on all the players. So yeah, they were missing some shots from outside, I think.
Yeah, I would completely agree. I mean, for sure they didn't find any, let's say, for us, how we like to say, like a nice flow in the attack, and defense was pretty tough. But what I was surprised then after that, we saw from like a 4-2 from France. We cannot see that often. I mean, in women's handball, men's handball, I mean, that's very rare, I would say,
But we were talking about this, like respect to France, because they tried everything.
Yes.
You know, they tried in the first half, change 6-0, 5-1, 6-0 again. Then in the second half with a 7 against 6, it was 6-0, it was 5-1, it was 4-2. They tried everything. It was not the night of France, but they tried, you know. They have nothing to regret about it, I think.
I mean, for me, it's really cool, if I can say like that, to see some new stuff. I mean, they were preparing 7-on-6, how to defend, and for the first time, I don't remember that I ever saw a solution like that. I mean, probably letting the right wing to shoot more. They were closing and pushing their attack on the left side, but I think Danish team managed to play very well.
It was a really interesting game from the tactics point of view, because both coaches were trying new things or different things, and they were trying to adapt. It was like a chess game, and I think it was nice to watch.
The big question was which queen is the chess player is putting on the court. Would it be the Queen Toft or would it be the Queen Christensen? Were you surprised when it actually ended up being Christensen?
I wasn't surprised, because it was the normal thing to do if Sandra Toft was not in the list at the beginning. But it was the normal thing to do to see Christensen. But as I said, it's a personal feeling, you know. I like Sandra Toft, but of course Sandra Christensen, she was amazing today, especially in the tough times in the second half when her team needed her the most. It was amazing.
We've been talking about it, that it's supposedly going to be a goalkeeper's game today. 5 minutes into the game, 1-0 and 4 saves. Was it the game that you expected, Anna?
No, I don't. I really didn't expect it. Of course, the goalkeepers, we were talking about them before, and for sure we expected the great saves from them. But when I look at the score, and the score was so low at some point, that I was like, wow, this is, it's really a game, I don't know, like missing the goalkeepers game. So yeah, I didn't expect this, honestly.
How about you?
The same, I would say the same. And also what was, I think, for the first time throughout this championship, that the French wings, they couldn't score.
Yeah.
And that's very strange. I mean, they are used to score easy goals. They are used to have a nice fast breaks and counter-attacks. And today, Danish team took everything from them. I mean, Christensen and the running back from Danish team was on a very high level.
I mean, you guys did analyze the French defense, that we have been seeing a 4-2 here, but we gotta leave some appreciating words for the Danish defense here too, because they didn't let any easy shots for France.
Yeah, that's totally true. Like I said before, they were really tough. They were closing really good together for each of the player who came 1-against-1. And this is the French game, you know, mostly 1-against-1 players, and you need to be tough and double on every player. So I think they did it very good, very smart, and they were totally prepared for them.
It was a long day for all of us, but one last question to close off the day. With that exact game that Denmark played today, do they stand a chance against Norway?
They do. They do stand a chance.
1 yes?
No, they do stand a chance, but I think that Norway will win.
Fair.
They do stand a chance. They always have a chance. The game starts 0-0, but I'm going with Norway.
Victor?
Changing again?
We all three were wrong in our prediction of this game.
I mean, that's okay.
I gotta go with them, you know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Just like I said, at some point you just gotta take your bad decisions with you for your lifetime.
I could have said I said Denmark. No, I fucked up. So it is what it is.
Those are the perfect words to close down the day for us, and that's where I would say
I gotta say something. I gotta have a words for our fellow Dane Martin Bilstrup at home. So I'm happy for the whole Denmark, but I'm not happy for him.
He's probably still dancing around his puddle in his garden because it's raining all day. But well, at least a little bit of sun is shining in Denmark because they made it to the final, and it is a huge achievement. It was a great game. Denmark did play very well. France, doesn't have to regret anything. Non, je ne regrette rien.
And Jesper is not cursed.
And Jesper is not cursed. He broke it. He finally broke it. So, well, maybe it will be the first title for Denmark in 20 years. So we will see. Sunday has the answers for us. But for now, we say see you tomorrow, because the media call will be streamed live on the Home of Handball YouTube channel. So make sure to come around to the Home of Handball YouTube channel. And we will be there tomorrow, 10 a.m. in the morning. So we will have a little breakfast with you guys, and then you guys know it. It will be time to talk handball again. Have a great night.